Hey everybody, Alex Mitchakes here from Mitchakes Music, coming to you guys on June 17th, 2019. Coming to you guys on my day off. That's how much I like doing this. Make videos on my day off. But I wanted to give everybody an update on my vintage 1981 Electro Harmonix Small Clone that I purchased recently. I recently did a guitar safari video on what it was like when I was purchasing this. I ran out of video time. Apparently, when filming on your cell phone, remember this kids, you only get 10 minutes of 4K video on the camera on the back. So I'm using my selfie cam on my phone right now to film this. It only does 10-minute intervals. So you might want to make your video fit in 10 minutes or it just cuts off. Didn't know that. So anyone watching, I apologize. But this video is going to kind of pick up where the other one take off. And we're going to be talking about small clones, why are they so desirable, what are they used for, and give you guys some tone tips on how I like to use small clones. So just a little bit of an update on small clones. Small clones came out kind of in the late 70s and went up until the Electro Harmonix shuttered its doors and went bankrupt in the mid 80s. They're one of the most highly sought after Electro Harmonix pedals. They command big bucks on the vintage market. So if you can find a deal like I did, you just need to pounce on it because it's a once in a lifetime buy. Small clones go like that. They became very popular because artists like Kurt Cobain from Nirvana most famously used a small clone when recording Nevermind. So when you listen to Come As You Are, that warbly sound that's happening on the guitar track, that's a small clone. And a really good small clone has a specific bucket brigade chip in it called the MN3007. Sometimes you can have a Reticon chip, which is really rare. I don't know what's in this one over here yet. I'm going to have my tech pull it apart this week, and hopefully, if we have the Reticon chip, then we've scored. I mean, we've hit the holy grail because there's not very many of those. But MN3007 chip is the chip. That's the most common one, and it sounds absolutely amazing. It still leaves your guitar tone without messing with it. What I like about this old one, most Electro Harmonix pedals, when you turn them on, the old ones, you get a massive volume drop in your signal. This one doesn't seem to do that, so I'm really, really happy. The chorus on it sounds thick, lush, and really usable. So just an update on my vintage small clone. It is a 1981 vintage one. It's a real one. It's what Cobain would have used on Nevermind. And the reason I've been waiting to make a video on it is something internally is intermittently broken. I think it was just battery leads or my cable going from my Voodoo Lab to power it, because right now I'm using an Electro Harmonix wall wart and the pedal works absolutely perfect. So I'm going to get that battery lead fixed so that way I can use a battery. That was really disappointing when I thought I got something that was broken and dead on arrival, but it wasn't. It works great. It's just the battery's broken. So I'm going to get that fixed, but right now this power supply is working and sounding really good. These pedals were used by everybody from Kurt Cobain, as I mentioned, in Nirvana. Famously used one on Come As You Are and a ton of other tracks on Nevermind. The Edge from U2 uses small clones, as did Jay Mascis from Dinosaur Jr. and Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins. A ton of other guitarists have used these. But what I really like them for, even, is for Johnny Marr tones. Johnny Marr is our Record Spin Artist of the Month. He's the guitar player I want all you guys checking out this month for June. And Johnny, his guitar playing is full of chorus tones. So I'm going to kind of go over my small clone here, and we're going to kind of show you some different settings and how I like to use it and what you can expect when you get one of your own. So let's cut away and we'll start turning the small clone on and moving some switches. Before I get into it, I'm playing my Texas Guitar Workshop custom Blackguard Telecaster. This guitar does have a real deal flat pole piece 1950 pickup in it. So this thing is as legit as a Telecaster as you're going to get. So I'm playing a Tele today because I'm kind of chasing that Johnny Marr thing. And apparently on the first two Smiths records, that's what he used was a Tele. So we're going with this. So let me turn on my small clone and we'll check it out. So as you can see, a chorus pedal adds a lot of shimmer to your guitar tone. It gives a small amount of pulse. I have the unit right now, Small Clones, and we're going to do a cutaway to where you can see the picture of my unit so you can see what I'm talking about. But really, they have just one knob. It's a rate knob, and if you read my Tone Talk blog on the subject on how to use a chorus pedal, out now at mitchakesmusic.com/blog, I get into the depth about what the controls on a chorus pedal does, but the rate knob is controlling how fast you're adding delayed signal back into your regular signal. So on a slower setting, we just get this rich, kind of clean, beautiful kind of a sound. I have it just under halfway up on the rate knob, and I have my depth switch flicked up. The depth switch on these units, it's kind of like makes the small clone subtle or not so subtle. So I have it on the not so subtle setting is what I hear to my ear. But if you can get everything from Kurt Cobain's kind of grungy, sludgy, beautiful chorus sound to a Johnny Marr, Smith's thing. As you can see, I'm kind of messing around with This Charming Man by the Smiths. I don't remember exactly how that goes, but what's really cool is that's just the range of all I did was just change how I picked, and you can see it goes from a wide range. Let me go turn it up, the chorus pedal. I'm going to turn it up almost a full rate, the knob all the full way clockwise. And it gets a really good kind of pseudo Leslie kind of thing happening too. So that's with the rate fully turned up. You can hear that it really shakes the sound. So I don't normally use small clones that way, but that is one really popular use of them, is you can just turn the rate all the way up to get that kind of a Leslie sound without having to buy a Leslie pedal. So I think that's really cool, but I like leaving it about just under halfway. That's the Kurt setting, and it works the best on these. So I'm just gonna kind of jam out for the rest of this video and kind of show you what you can do just with it at that setting. First, let's turn it down, the switch. We'll turn the depth switch down. I'll show you the difference. It gets a lot clearer. It gets a lot more subtle in how it interacts with your guitar. All right, here we are. We got the depth switch flipped back down. So as you see, I got the chorus still on. So as you can see there, it's still fast. You can hear the rate really fast, but how much of the signal is actually mixed in, the delay signal for the chorus is mixed into your dry tone, changes dramatically. So there's a lot more dry guitar there. And so you can kind of play around with what you like. So let me turn the rate knob. We'll check that out. We'll just flip between them and we'll do some Smiths. So this is, all I did was turn the speed down right now. We have the rate down about a little under halfway. Before it was all the way up. So I have the depth switch turned down so it's a little more subtle of a chorus effect. switch the depth switch back up, and you'll notice it gets a lot more intense with the tone of the chorus of how much it's transforming your original guitar signal. A lot more air in that guitar tone. So you can use chorus to just make your guitar a little prettier. If you notice there, when I have the rate down, it adds a nice amount of brightness to your guitar sound. You can use it that way. You can add to give a little bit of movement to an arpeggio or to a piece, to where that way maybe your guitar doesn't sound so monotone. It has a little warble to it. If you turn it all the way up, you get a really good Leslie. Like, you can sound like you're a keyboard player playing through your guitar. So the most important thing when using pedals like this, they make a reissue. You can get a small clone for $50 at Guitar Center. But there's nothing quite like having the real thing, because with those original parts, they were better electronic components back then, I think. That small clone sounds better than any small clone I've ever played. So in this case, is the vintage piece worth it compared to the cheap reissue? I think, yeah. I think a vintage small clone, if you find them, buy them. They just sound freaking good. So that's all I got, guys. Remember to follow me at Mitchakes Music. You can check it out at mitchakesmusic.com. That's my website. If you want to check out any of my Tone Talk blogs, you can check it out at mitchakesmusic.com/blog. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/mitchakesmusic, and check out our YouTube channel. I'm going to keep doing more of these videos. See y'all next time. Peace.